Can you guys see the board from there? You can see the board very clear. So the class for creativity and design is about to start now. And if you remember last week, we wrote your names here. But before we start, I'm going to introduce our class rep to you. We have two of them. They will be the ones to help us do some of the management of this class. They are part of you. Please, Esther and Eunice, please can you stand up? Please clap for them. So Esther and Eunice will be our class rep for the class of creativity and design here at Covenant University. Also, if you have a digital device, a camera, a smartphone, a computer, an iPad, you are free to record this class. I always emphasize that. In this class, we teach experience, not just theory. And I encourage you to write. This is not an ordinary class. This is not a class where you are destined to fail. This is a class where you shall pass and graduate from. Okay? So, and in this class, I will start by teaching the history of creativity and design. Because for anything, you must learn the history before you understand the language and master the language. If you don't know the history of any discipline, you cannot be good at it. If you want to be a biologist, if you want to be an aeronautic engineer, if you want to be an architect, if you want to be even a pastor, if you want to be a teacher, you must learn the history of those disciplines before you can be a master of it. The reason why you must learn the history is because the history will allow you to have what we call wisdom, a form of clarity, a form of vision. Wisdom is a form of vision. That is why you see sometimes a blind man, before becoming blind, that comes to the class. After becoming blind, we still remember where he or she sits in the class, right? They will still be able to move around using what? A former memory, a wisdom and understanding to navigate the space they were before becoming blind. That is using the wisdom as a vision. History and language can make you understand and see better values in places and around things others don't see value. So if you want to be a microbiologist, a medical doctor, an aeronautic engineer, you must remember that once you don't understand the history of your discipline, you will not understand the language. And once you don't understand the language, you cannot master it. You will become somebody who is a destructive member of that discipline. And that is the problem we have in the world today. So today, what I have done in our class of creativity is that I will be starting with some slideshows to show you the history of creativity and design. In today's world, you cannot be a teacher in any discipline without talking about social media. If you don't, that means you are not teaching experience, you are doing what? You are teaching theory. And theory is dead. If not almost dead. Yes. Because now we have more than what? 9 planets. Do you remember when I was growing up, they sold a textbook for us, a geography textbook saying we have 9 planets. I bought it. I bought what is false. Today my teacher cannot come back and say, take your money back. I taught you what is false. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Today we have more than 9 planets. When I was in school, I told my teacher, I don't believe we have 9 planets. He failed me. I repeated the class for that. But today, to God be the glory, the planet is unnumbered. And I'm sure most of you will talk about space even today. So now, in the class of creativity and design, you can see that I've posted some stuff we are learning in this class on social media, Facebook. For example, everybody in the world is using Facebook, including China. There is a closed environment. And what I want to share with you here today is that when you're looking at Facebook, Guys, please come forward and sit down for those of you who are just coming in. When you are looking at social media is an intelligent platform. So the first thing is to define what is social media. The internet, your WhatsApp, your Instagram, your Facebook, their Twitter, they are all intelligent spaces for you to input your knowledge and your creativity so that other people can make a comment, like, and share. It's not for you just to socialize. Social media is an intelligent space. You can write it down because it's going to come out in your exam. Social media is an intelligent space for you to create, communicate, educate, and entertain. I'm recording it. There's a video of this. That is what I'm telling you. If you have a digital device, you can record the class. If you have a digital device, you can record the class. Now, you can see what I've created on Facebook. I created creativity and design. And look at what Facebook said here. It said, how healthy is your page? Facebook is covering the health of my page. And whatever is on the page is coming out of where? My mind, right? So if Facebook is saying the page health is very good, that means what's coming out of my mind is what? It's very good. There's no intelligence that can disprove this. Even a psychologist, a medical doctor that says, oh, this person is crazy. And when we bring your Facebook and we see what you have there, what will now happen? We'll be able to see, hold on one second, let me just go back to the slide. We'll be able to see that this person's mind is what? Is healthy. There's no psychologist, there's no psychiatric hospital that can say this is false. Because the whole world is looking at what? This. And what is writing this is not human. It cannot be manipulated. I hope you know that. If it is manipulated, the whole of that space will be corrupted. And that is why you see the war in Israel. You see the war in Russia. Your creativity should guarantee you safety. Once your creativity is corrupt, you will start to exist in a state of unrest. The reason why we have war in Israel and Palestine, in Russia and Ukraine, is not because they don't have money. It's not because they don't have intelligence. It's not because they don't have PhD and professors. But all of that is corrupt. That is why they are at war. Your creativity should make you to have ability to adapt and be able to exist in a peaceful environment with your neighbor. Once your creativity is corrupt, you will start to be in a state of unrest. And there's no intelligence that shall say that is false. That's a command. Now, you've seen the page health, and I want to start with the history of creativity. Creativity and design is creation. Creativity and design is what? Creation. And creation is creating originality out of experience-based knowledge in a better direction to create a healthy, wealthy being. That's the meaning of creativity and design. Once you are not creating a healthy, wealthy being, you are not creating, you are disrupting. And we have disruptive intelligence. That's the one that has led to the war in Israel and Palestine, in Ukraine and in Russia. Now, after this, you can see we have principles that guide us. We have principles that guide us in our creativity and design. And those principles, we are going to go into them later. Some of you know contrast, balance, emphasis, proportion, and so. We'll go into that. But we are looking at the history now. So you see the definition. So let's go to the next slide. Here we have creativity and design history. The history started from here. Now you can see a pyramid in Egypt. You can see a pharaoh. These things, there's a lot of things that have happened in the Bible that have not fallen this statue. How many of you know that? There's a lot of things that is happening today, including the world today. Around this place, this pyramid is this standing. This pyramid is what? Creativity and design. Anything you create must be able to stand the test of time. Once you create things that can't stand the test of time, they become product of desire, not product of values. And you will see the difference between product of desire and product of values in this class. Now, also, you have to remember this. Creativity, the history of creativity and design can be found in the Bible, in Genesis. The Creator said, He will make man out of what? Out of clay. So even in our religious sphere, we can make reference to what? To the Bible. If somebody in this class say, I'm going to make a man and a woman from clay, a lot of you will say this man is mad. Will you not say that? That is what you will say about the Creator who has made you. And a lot of people have said it. A lot of psychiatry hospitals have said it about people today. That they are mad for thinking out of the box. But they shall exist in a state of unrest for that disruption. Now, the reason why I made example of the Bible is because you cannot deny the fact that you go to church. You hold the Bible as your truth. So when it comes to creativity and design, if we point to a point of reference in the Bible, you should be able to deny it. You cannot deny it. It's what you carry every day to church. So from here now, you can see that all of these statues, they are standing. It's not about religion now. It's about creation. People are still paying money to look at these pyramids in Egypt from around the world. That's creativity and design. So let's move to the next one. The next one is the language. The language of creativity is embedded in our space. This is mass. And you should right now start to be worried about what is happening on Mars. Because a lot of you, your children, or some of you will end up on Mars to go and work. I'm part of those people who are pushing for it. You might not believe it, but that's the way it is. The most powerful people are not the flashy people. And you will understand that in a better direction. Now, what you also have to understand is this. In the Artemis program, they are in the third program now. They are transiting between Moon and Mars. Mars is a new planet. That you don't have your religion, you don't have all of your political bureaucracy going on. New minds, young minds like you, we have to build that space. And the history of language is embedded in our space. There's nothing, as you are a human being, everything that is your software that is making you to communicate, to react, comes from space. The food you eat is existing in space. When you pluck your ugu, your vegetable, all these trees, they exist in space. And those things we eat and drink influence what we say and what we think. So you must bear in mind. Now, also, you have to see what is happening here. Creativity and design is creation. The history of language is embedded in our space and the environment. The Bible also helps us to clarify that in the book of what? John 1:1. Have you noticed I'm making reference to the Bible? In John 1:1, what did the Bible say about language? He said, in the beginning was the Word. The Word. That beginning is space. Without space, there's no image. Without space, there's no image. Before you do anything, you must have the space to do it. If not, it will be disrupted. Now, language is embedded in our space, and the Bible was very clear about it. The Bible said, in the beginning, in John 1:1, was the Word. The Word became light. That light became what? Life. Shined unto darkness, and darkness failed to comprehend that beauty that we saw, which is out of creativity and design. That's the history of language. Even in the Bible, the history of creativity and design, even in the Bible, that all of us hold as a truth, but we fail to understand it because nobody has taught you that. Now, let's move on. You can see now, vision. You must have the ability to see value where people don't see value. If you don't have ability to see, you will not be able to create. If you don't have ability to see, you cannot be a good pastor. If you don't have ability to see, you cannot be a good medical doctor. If you don't have ability to see, you cannot be even a good teacher. So you need to design your vision. Our vision can be created from our clarity, wisdom of history, of creativity and design. Clarity vision is, vision in the learning of the language of creativity and design to communicate our creation. You must learn the language of creativity. So So once you learn the language, it will enable you to communicate. For example, I want to give you an example now. In the music world, we have a language. Every discipline has its own language, and I will go into them quickly. Music has its own language. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do is a universal language. Any music you transcribe in any language into that do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, anybody can play it. Music has its own language. Mathematics has its own language. What's the language for mathematics and all computers? Let me see who can get that. What's the language for mathematics and all computers? Huh? Who knows it? It's binary numbers, ones and zeros. I'm surprised you guys don't know that. That's the language of mathematics. Is binary number the language of physics? Is it the language of chemistry? No! You must be able to know that. If you don't know that, that means you need creativity over what you are doing. All your smartphones is embedded in ones and zeros. Some people call it algorithms. And it's very, very powerful. You must understand that. So now, once you have ability to see from learning history and language, you will be able to do what? To create. You will have what we call creativity and design. And our vision can help us to create and design the image to represent us in the space of creativity and design. The image is what we call branding. A logo, like Apple has its own logo. In this class, this is our logo here. Creativity and design. It's just simple CD. It's not complicated. But there's nowhere you go, nobody can say this is their logo. Look at the one for Apple. It's just the picture of an apple. Don't make it complicated when you are branding yourself. If you make it complicated, it shows that your mind is lacking what? The history, the language, the vision of creativity, of creation. Creation is more than religion. Creation is more than religion because that is space. And remember what the Bible talks about image. The Bible said we made them in our own image. They were able to make us in their own image because they existed in space. Now, these are your postgraduate students here doing my practical for the postgraduates, and I've put the picture now. Now you see I'm making a slide. This picture belongs to me. I've branded myself. I'm not using somebody else's picture on Google or on the internet to create my slide. Can you see what I'm saying? It's based on originality. Now look at this. Space is very important in creation, and remember, space is the container of all images. We need to create the space for our creativity and design activities. Yes, if we were not given this space here, and they told us, oh, go and find a space, we are not going to be organized. So sometimes you have to remember, space intelligence is what you need to be able to have peace. You can't go to church wearing short knicker with your short knicker sagging and you're smoking cigarette. Is that the space for it? That's not the space for it. If you go to the beach and you wear your short knicker and you're doing whatever you're doing on the beach, will anybody tell you you're disturbing them in church here? No. The space for that activity is different from the space from this activity. Same thing with your creation. Even if you are going to be a medical doctor, that's the reason why we have a place called theater in the hospital. The theater is meant for a specific purpose. In the entertainment world, the theater is a place where we do our plays. In the medical line, the theater is a place where we actually operate on people. But they created that space and they named that space so that people will obey the command. You must do that for your creativity and design. Now, look at this. Once you now know the history of creativity, once you now understand the language of creativity, once you have the ability to see beauty and value in everything, you will now have what we call design mind. Design mind is ability to see value where there is no value. Design mind is ability to create originality. Design mind is ability to create something that somebody can say, I want to exchange another value for it, even if it is money. Design mind can help you launch your design thinking. And we'll talk about design thinking, which some of you know as UX or UI. There is no thinking without a mind. There's no thinking without what? A mind, even for artificial intelligence. There's a mind behind thinking. That is why I had to, when they were talking about design thinking in America, I said, no, we're not going to go through that route. We're going to go through design mind. If the mind is not healthy enough to think in a better direction, we will lose the goal of being wealthy, healthy. We will be living in a disrupted space like Palestinians and the Israelites, like Ukraine and Russia. And I'm sure you don't want that. That's your reality today. They have medical doctors there. They have science, they have technology, but they are dropping bombs on themselves. So what's the point of your creativity? What's the point of your intelligence? It is useless. So now you can see, I created a page called Ileke. And when I started with the page, they gave me good. I'm moving towards excellence. Now, this Ileke here, I'm creating some things with beats. And I will come and display some of them. Some of you will do the practical as well. Design thinking, from design mind, your design thinking is now activated. Design thinking is the ability to start a process of bringing idea to a product or services. And completing that process, we must be able to use our design mind to give birth to ideas that our design thinking can help us create to products and services of value. Design mind will help you to ignite design thinking, to use your computer hardware and software in a better direction. Once you don't have design mind, your UX, your UI, your creativity, your design is a waste. You will just be in a state of unrest. You will be fighting each other like Israel and Palestine. You will be fighting each other like Ukraine and Russia. And that is our reality today. None of you can deny that. Okay? So let's move to the next one. You can see now, after design thinking, you will start to now have originality that will now give you design being. You see, I'm teaching the postgraduate student here because of what? The language I'm speaking is original to me. What I'm showing you, I did not copy from a textbook. In image, in expression, in understanding. And you will see the practical here. Now, look at everything you are seeing here. I said design being is ability to live the life of your art. Our being must be able to show our act and our heart. Our expression should also give birth to original ideas. Like this poem, page by page I'm writing, day by day I'm creating, and yes, today I'm happy. And three things must be done under design being. You must protect your art, the ART. You must protect your art, the ACT. And you must protect your art for you to have design being. Once you have design being, money will be looking for your creativity, not you looking for money. Now, you can see what we have here. Values. Creativity and design has values. And I will use this opportunity to show you the values. Value of creativity and design are spirituality, creativity, and intelligence. Intelligence is what you come to look for in school. You come to school to look for intelligence. Creativity, you are born with it. It's just that you don't have the design mind to launch it. Okay? Now, if you look at it, I say values of creativity and design, spirituality, creativity, and intelligence. We can design value by creating unique stories to help move our product and services from product of desire to product of value that can stand the test of time. And you will see how that works in this class. So let's go to the next one. Now, you can see, I say here, we must create products and services that can help us sustain healthy being. We must create products and services that offer solutions to problems in our community and in our nation. To offer solution, to create products that can offer solution. Somebody created something nice here. Who is the girl that created the ID card? Is she in class today? She created the ID card. She designed the ID card with a group of students. Okay, they are not yet here. Okay, that's a good one. She looked into the immediate environment to see something that is in demand, and she created that. That is a good one. Now, also, you can move to the next slide, and you can see this is the United Nations. The United Nations is talking about sustainability. But before we talk about sustainability, we must talk about adaptability. So we have CA, creative adaptability, and CS, creative sustainability. Creative adaptability, you can look at this now. Creative adaptability is ability to have skills that you can adapt to, that you can use to adapt to environment, to changes, to transformation, that will continue to help you sustain a wealthy, healthy being. Creative sustainability is accounting for your health, accounting for your what? Wealth, accounting for your money as well, and your time. That's creative sustainability. Okay, now, design experience can help us come up with new educational service by teaching experience, not just theory. Your experience is the medication of someone else. We must be able to create originality, product and services to move our environment in a better direction. And you can see the United Nations is saying one child, one teacher, one pen, and one book can change the world. Yes, you must learn to write. And look at what Facebook is saying after watching one of my videos. Facebook said your video post, creative intelligence, whatever, is performing better than 90% of your recent posts. Boost it to reach more people in the United States. Why is Facebook not saying boost it to reach people in Africa? Why are they mentioning US? It's because of the algorithm. Because it's healthy. Yes, that is why they are scoring it. And you saw the score at the beginning. Very good. That is why I'm teaching you in this class. I cannot be in this class teaching you if I don't have all of this stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is what we're saying. It's from over 20 years of experience schooling in America, schooling in Africa, working in America, working in Africa, traveling around the world that I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you what I have seen, what I have tasted, what I have smelled, what I have lived, what I have interacted with. I'm not teaching you what I read. Anybody can read. A blind man can read. But to experience it and say, I've been to this place and I speak the language and I ate the food, is a different thing. If you fly from here with an helicopter to Lagos, you don't have the same experience like the man who walked from here and took his money buying granite on the way till he got to Lagos. Do you know how many human contacts that person will make? Do you know how many friends that person will make? You that you just flew down, you don't have anything. You are empty with your money. But you see the man that flew has created a network of friends from one bus stop to the other. Say, Mama, only granite bar, you chatted. What's your name? Where are you from? Make one friend, collected the phone number. Went to the next bus stop, walking up. By the time he puts all that network together on his or WhatsApp, if you have a product and you just press, please share, all of them will see it instantly. But the one that flew doesn't have not a single contact of network. That is design intelligence. That is also design network. I will share that with you. So now you can see, anything you do, you must find a way to now take that creative adaptability and creative sustainability and move it to the children. Start teaching the children. Use it to create, even if you are a hairdresser, you can create textbook that you can start to turn into an educational service to teach younger ones, right from the primary school, how to go into that business. Do you understand what I'm saying? The educational sector, even if you are building an application, you can build applications that address the specific problems in your community before you even go global. Yes. So you can see here, I'm teaching children creativity and design. I'm teaching undergraduate, I'm teaching postgraduate. Just me. And I will show you some of my work, some of the things I'm working on right now, today, I'm working on, that is affecting the global environment. I will show you in this class. So now, we have our creativity and design. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to stop the camera.